Good Sunday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, alive and in Technicolor from Fort Clark Springs, Texas, on a cool morning. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In Bracketville, it's currently 43 degrees.
Whew, with a low of 36 and got some rain today. But anyway, I got to do a few shout outs this morning, so we'll start off with the best. A shout out to Greg and Tacho, the electrician. Well, Greg, the electrician, and Tacho was helping him yesterday, and they stayed with the electrical job until 10:30 last night. I'm telling you, but they got it all done. It's completed. He's going to come back today and check on a couple of things. But muchas gracias, Senor Greg and Tacho. Appreciate your help, and Feliz Navidad to you. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bessie in Bracketville, who someone apparently found a piece of my mail that I dropped at the post office or somewhere, but it had money in it. It was it was a Christmas card. Somebody sent some money in, and she brought it to me, and the money's still in the envelope. So Bessie, thank you for your honesty, and again, Feliz Navidad to you, and enjoy your holidays. But again, Bessie in Bracketville, Texas, still a lot of good people in the world, guys. There's a lot of them. I also had two visitors yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't write their names down. Two ladies came by to visit me. I think they drove up from near Kingsland, Texas, and they're here looking at property in the area. And good morning to you, and thank you for coming by. And the electrical folks is did. But yeah, a lot of shout outs, and also I'll do a noon video on something I've done today or did yesterday, making progress on my new adventure, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So moving right along to, hey Google, what's the temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska?
In Fairbanks, it's currently 14 degrees. There's currently a winter storm warning in effect.
14 with a high of 19. That's not bad. Hell, for them, that's sheesh. I mean, they'll be going out in t-shirts and shorts. Hey Google, tell us a joke.
What's the most musical part of a turkey? The drumsticks.
Cute, cute, cute. Anyway, we'll do the positive energy button, then we'll do some comments.
Choose to let the past go and move on to the future. Be thankful for life.
Go for that, guys. But anyway, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It's right now. And the Carpe Diem clock shows that it's Sunday morning, so that's correct. Carpe Diem means seize the day in Latin. So moving right along to comments. FWP Records. The brackets are on the upstairs bracing will not be fun to drywall. Well, I don't know anything about drywall, but FWP Records does. This person's name is Dark Star, and this is on the Llano, Texas Rock Stacking Championship. I did a video of that event a year or so ago. This is Dark Star. He says, these people are turning a nice natural setting into a huge unsightly mess. No, actually, they're not. It's very beautiful. If you'd have gone there, Dark Star, or you'd have seen it. No, Mr. Negative. I think, we, of course, we tend to be more negative than positive, obviously, but geez. Anyway, Chris Lamb on the tiny home. How much was it? I didn't catch him say it. Wow. The name of the video, $16,000 delivered. Anyway, Anthony Rowan, my tiny home. Electrical, nice work. Previous owner must have lived with candles. Looked a dog's breakfast. Well, whatever. It was a mess. It ain't anymore. No, Greg and Tacho did a super job. No, it's a work of art. This is Tommy Brule. Wow, so dope deaf getting one. I don't know about that. And then Surge Actual on the tiny home says, I need one of these. Get one, guys. And then this is on Modifying the Adventure, my video. Travel Hawk, yep. A van, whether a cargo or regular one, is much more practical than the Spark once you rid of the Class C. Good move. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a little mini cargo van like a Ford Transit would be great, and I'm looking forward to that. I really am. Louis Paparella on the tiny home electrical. Weird. I had a premonition your electrician probably worked at the Border Patrol. Careful, you're turning your house into a home just in time for the holidays, and you're an optimist ordering a travel trailer before you have a proper tow vehicle. It's fun to watch you doing you. Well, I mean, I thought I could tow it. I mean, I can tow it with the Spark. It's just not recommended. Let's say that. Anyway, on Mary Nelson, those ants are fascinating. Yeah, that was on the traffic congestion. I just happened to be out for a walk and I saw that bottleneck of ants. That was cute. One of my little human interest videos. Rich Porter on the tiny Home Depot says we will start buying these tiny homes for the homeless community. I don't think anybody's going to buy them for the homeless community because I don't think people are more concerned about themselves unless they're homeless. This is on the electrical page. Great, thumbs up to you. This is a nomadic journey on the tiny home, but save everything you got for the bills and property taxes. But yeah, you can still sleep in a cardboard box. I tell you, it's amazing how much negativity. And here's one right here. This is on the tiny home again. I mean, is anybody positive anymore? Very few. This guy says, "I've had one of these. I'd have one of these in a heartbeat. The trouble is, the planning laws in the UK are so tied up in red tape, this kind of building would never be allowed. The UK housing market is purely based on future profit only." I'm sure it is, and you're not though, James. You would not want to make a profit, right? This is on traffic congestion. Sweetie P says 35 to Austin. Nailed it. It looked like Interstate 35, didn't it? It did to me. That's what I thought of when I first looked at it. Brian Warwick, tiny home, says, "Did I just watch a review on a tiny home by Dr. Phil?" I don't know who Dr. Phil is, but if he sounds like me, that's fine. I'm not going to sue him. This is Justin Williams on the electrical. I feel like you should be recompensated for. No, man, it's a done deal. I mean, I knew it coming in that the electrical was screwed, and I could have made an issue of it, but I didn't. I got a good deal. I'm satisfied. Thank you much, Justin. But you're right. I mean, if they wanted to send me some money, I'd take it. Brian Allison, something tells me you could buy the materials and build it yourself cheaper than $16,000. Well, sure you could. If you built it yourself, half of that thing's labor, okay? And so yeah, you could build it yourself with just materials for probably $8,000 or $10,000. This is a Tone on Beer 30 Sanity Session. Something. Oh yeah, it says 10:07. I called it Fake Book instead of Facebook. Yeah, that's. But now it's something else. I mean, it's not even called Facebook anymore. 66 block, my tiny home electrical, polishing the diamond. You got it, baby. This thing's starting to sparkle pretty damn good now. Yeah, I can go turn on lights and I got heaters on. I mean, it's 41 degrees or whatever it is outside, and it's 68 degrees in here, and I've got one heater on low, that oil-filled heater. And yeah, I left it on most of the night because they didn't leave till 10:30 or so. But anyway, yeah, we're getting it polished, 66 block. This is on the traffic congestion, these next two. Mr. Beasley, I see this in my yard, and the first thing I don't do is block their way, haha. The first thing I don't do, no, I didn't block their way. I just did a video. None you biz. I hope they're not raspberry ants. I don't know what raspberry ants are, but they're ants. This is on the tiny home. Harry Tuttle says, wire it, spray foam insulation, plumbed for a toilet, sink, and shower, 2 good-sized window ACs, and a wood-burning stove and ceiling fans. I may have to live this way if I'm lucky. I hate ordinances, and the people who enforce them live and let live. Well, the ordinances have a purpose. You don't want to burn down the whole town. That's where they came from back when homes were all built out of wood and they were very flammable. So you had to get people to abide by some rules in their wiring and so forth, which makes sense. This person's name is can't believe it. Okay, can't believe it. That's the problem with 110 volt. The wiring has to be a lot heavier than 240, which is what we use here down under in the UK and most of Europe. Is that right? I didn't know that. So they use 240, we use 110. Interesting. Yeah, well, it is heavy, by God, and it's expensive too. That probably has a lot to do with it. This is on the Electrical Camper's Choice. Says, Rusty, glad you are getting your electrical squared away. By the way, your tiny home video is up to 3 million views. Yeah, well, apparently somebody hooked it up with Reddit or somewhere, and it's just going right along. No, that's great because, that extra revenue comes at a time when I need it. Because I had to pay a few $1,000s for the electrical. Still got to pay some more to get that tankless water heater hooked up. And what else? I've got hot water from a hot water tank of 30 or 40 gallon that I don't really need, and we'll see how that. I may keep the thing. I don't know. It works. I just don't know how much power it uses. Anyway, Stephen Greco, hi Rusty. Your new home is perfect for you. Yeah, it is. I really enjoy it. This is living in a truck camper with a camper top. Meet Dennis. A video I did, and I think it was Goliad, or maybe that was done in Lano. I can't remember. This is Lex Noggin. I subscribed to Dennis's channel after I watched this when it first came out. Dennis is really a good guy. Yeah, he is. He's a interesting fellow. This is I need TP. I need TP. This is on the tiny home. I will end up buying this. Good for you. There's a good thinker. Go for it. And this is Wayman Samang. He says, good tip on selling the old wire. You were fortunate to have that electrical issue. You will be up to code and safe. For sure. For sure. This is MT Moonin on a comment called Transit Electric, the best direction. A Transit Electric. No, I'm not going to go with electric. I'm going to go with gas. Why? Because electric's not quite here yet. I mean, it's if you were just going to drive around town, that'd be fine. But I plan on traveling in places where there's not going to be probably any electric charging stations. Joseph Irey, I-R-E-Y. He sounds like the teacher from South Park. Okay, that was on Tiny Home. I always sound like somebody, don't I? I think most of all I sound like me. Jen on the Tiny Home Electric. Since you have the electrician on site, ask if he can remove the other two boxes there if they're not needed. You may have to pay extra, but the certified person is already there. Yeah, we ended up with one box outside and one box inside. No, we're good. Anita Hiltz, Rusty78609, no foul language. I do me, Anita. If I said shit, hell, damn, that's the way I am. Anyway, Anthony Bovee on the tiny home. I'm thinking of this for a killer video gaming house. Very cool. Well, good for you. Do it. This is on JA on the electrical. Yes, sir. You do it right, Rusty, and make it safe. You will sleep better. Cheers. No, I slept good last night when I finally got to go to bed about 10:30. I mean, they were still working inside at 10:30 at night, man. I mean, he was cutting wires and pulling wires and doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, they got it done, and I'm very happy, and thank you again, Greg and Tacho. Clint Price, the electrical. The most important part is you'll be far safer now. Did they ever tell you why part of the house had no power? Yeah, it was on a separate box that had a ground wire that was corroded and almost broken off. Mike H. on the electrical. Glad to hear that the electrician has shown up, recognized the problem, and will soon have it fixed for you. It's done. Let him deal with the power company is a wise choice also. Yeah, they all know each other. What concerned me was that the bozo who did the wiring to start with probably did not know what the hell he was doing, and I was afraid your casa might burn down with you in it. Yeah, I hear you. I thought about that too. So I'll give you the nickel tour here in a day or so. I'll show you the whole house. We'll get that done. I'll get all these cords out of the way and stuff. And yeah, we're definitely making progress. JJoy7, feed them some cornmeal. That's on the ants. I don't feed. They're doing fine. They'd probably kill them to feed them cornmeal. Clint Price, if only the government worked as efficiently. Yeah, as the ants. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the ants are amazing, and they have a really simple, poor vision, but they find their sense of direction by smell. It's called a pheromone, and they smell the direction. In fact, you can let them crawl. You can put a board down and let them crawl back and forth over it till they get going pretty good. Pick the board up and turn it around, and they'll have to start all over again. They'll come and stop and turn around. Come, stop, and turn. It confuses them. This is Georgianne Maloney. at least you will have a safer place electric wise. Have a great weekend. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I got hot water and all kind of stuff, man. I mean, I'm living like a gringo. Jose Flores, the Sparks transmission is covered by the warranty if it ever messes up. Yeah, it is. It is definitely covered, and they do put bike racks on them using hitches and stuff. So that's the way it is. Yeah, thank you, Jose. But we're going to solve that problem. The best direction for me is to get a small van, not only for a personal vehicle, so I can haul some stuff if I need to, because it's got much more room to haul stuff. But it's just even though it gets 25, 27 miles a gallon. And that's fine with me. I don't drive. I probably don't drive 600 miles a month now as I'm getting older, except when I'm traveling, and that's not going to be that often. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. I may end up living in the whole thing. Who knows? Dexter Clips. I hate ordinances. I don't mind them. It depends on what it is. Christina Cope says on the tiny home, building materials are pretty much similar to what the cheap developers use, then charge $500,000. That's the reason so many city councils are against tiny homes, the backroom deal with developers. Let me tell you something about that. Everybody thinks politicians are corrupt, and there are some that are. But if you've ever been on a city council or a board of directors or any, or like Chamber of Commerce or anything, you'll find that these people are mostly pretty damn honest, and but somebody's got to do the job, and they're doing it. A lot of people don't want to fool with that crap, and so they leave it up to just a few. And if don't until you walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, be careful about criticizing them, because I got caught in the trap many, many, many years ago by opening my big mouth, and I was wrong. Found out the hard way, and then I got involved with some. No, I never got involved in politics, but I got involved with some directorships and on boards and stuff. And I found out there's a lot more that goes on than you think. Anyway, Chris Ellenbach, can I purchase one of these with little or no lot rent? Sure you can. Yeah, they'll let you park it somewhere for free. Yeah, get out of your dream world, you'll be fine. Jenny Jones, let's go. We'll do a few more and then shut her down. I need to get this up. Running late, guys. Jenny Jones. Marry me. Oops, Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, anyway, Pamela Chandler on the electrical says, safer is better. You've been so patient. Yay for electric. Yeah, patience pays off, guys. I mean, a lot of people were saying, give up, go somewhere else, do somebody else and all that stuff. No, man, this worked out perfect because, we were able to get the Rio Grande Electric out here. And that's another thing. I'll give a shout out to Rio Grande Electric here in near Brackettville, because they showed up on a Saturday, had to turn the power off, and then the electrician had to do some work, and then they had to turn it back on. So anyway, it all worked out. And there's still a few things more to do, but not a lot. Here we go. We'll go down. Here's one here on living in a truck camper. Oh, that's a luggable loo that I kind of rigged up myself. That's a pooping bucket. How much poop can go into the bucket? What a stupid question, JJ21. I mean, God dang, a lot. Check it out. Get one of your own. Get one in your house. This is on traffic congestion. John B says, are those fire ants? I think they were, but I couldn't tell. It looked like fire ants usually build mounds, and these things were going down a hole, so I don't think it was fire ants. Milan Siroki on the tiny home. It's a shed. Get a job and prosper. Yeah, you too, man. I got me a job. I'm doing fine. We'll do two more and then shut her down. John Browning. I hate spending more money on things that bring up surprises, but the peace of mind is worth, especially when it comes to your safety and others. No, I agree, because even though these homes here are spaced far enough apart, well, most of them are metal buildings, so you don't have to worry about that. But I feel better. I do. I spent some money, I'll admit that, but I feel better. Cheap Laugh Kennedy. Just last one. Just thought I'd make you smile, Rusty. How was copper wire invented? Two lawyers fighting over a penny. Okay, I'll go with that. But anyway, guys, from Fort Clark Springs on a cool morning. Looks like it's kind of an inside day. I got a fireplace on my television there, putting out a little imaginary heat. And I do have my, what do you call it, that oil-filled heater, radiator on its low setting, and it's doing just fine. We're about 67 right now. But anyway, guys, from Fort Clark Springs, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you one penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon, buy whatever you choose. Some of you are, some of you have. Thank you very much. And again, a double shout out to Bessie for being so honest. Bless your heart, young lady. But anyway, having said that, what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout. Kidney stones also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you will not want to eat so much as in snack. And the only way to lose weight and keep it off, you know it and I know it, is what? Eat less. That's it. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress. And relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? You bet. Do that several times a day. And then what else? Stretch, stretch, stretch. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Walk, walk, walk. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Pedal, 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 pedal. Anyway, exercise your body once or twice every single day. Why? Because you'll feel better immediately, and you may live longer, healthier because of that one thing. So just do it. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those little neurons in there are forming neural links, which is every single thought you have. So common sense says, add good ingredients. Why not? If you're going to bake a cake, you add good ingredients, right? You don't add concrete. But anyway, guys, don't watch the news. Don't watch the news. Don't watch the news. Why? Because it's the negativity from the whole universe brought to you and delivered to you by professional, highly paid talking heads, and they're good. They'll get right in your head emotionally. You'll be mad and shaking your fist at the TV screen, and don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, do your own research. That's the best option. And then what else? Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, until the noon video, which will be something about my project. But anyway, enjoy your day, enjoy your holidays, adios amigos, carry on, bye-bye. Feliz Navidad.